Hey guys, Stefan Ramsey here. It's COVID, it's lockdown, so today we're just going to do a bit of chill video. Next week we got how to work out biceps. We're going to go through a real good video. But for today we're just going to do how to save money part 3, something really small. Let's get into it. Okay, so there's something called the 80-20 rule. What does that mean? What it means is that at the moment I'm in business development, okay? So let's just say there's 100 sales guys in my field, okay? What it means is that 80% of the guys, or 80 salesmen, okay, are gonna be going after 20% of the customers, okay? Or they're gonna get 20% of the revenue. And 20% of the sales guys are gonna have 80% of the customers. 80-20 rule, okay? So 20% or 20 sales guys are gonna have 80% of the customers, okay? And then 80% or 80 of the sales guys are gonna have only 20% of the customers, or 20 of the customers in this example, right? So what does that have to do with anything? Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you've seen in a lot of my videos, it's always about saving money. Go to Coles, go to Woolies, go to Aldinas, go to IGA, get your chickens, whatever. But in actual fact, I wanna ask you a question. People say time is money. Is that true? I don't know. Well, if I lose $10, I can make it back, right? But if I lose 10 minutes, I can't. I don't know, I'm not a Scientologist, but I'm pretty sure that means that time is 10 times more, 20 times more, 100 times more valuable than money. So what does that mean? It means that, let's just say I get up in the morning and I have my oats and my cereal and my baba ganoushs, all right? That might take me 15 minutes to make my cereal. Then for lunch, I got my sandwiches, my capsicums and whatnot. In the afternoon snack, I got some carrots and the protein shake or whatnot. Then for dinner, I got my vegetables and my cans of tuna and whatever it is. But on the weekend, on a Sunday, I took my, 9 a.m., 8 a.m., I went to the shops. I had to park my car. I had to get the shopping trolley. I had to get the list. I had to get all the food, okay? I had to do all that. That's 3 hours cooking. Then I had to freeze it. Then in the mornings, I got to unfreeze it. So I got to do all this. Now, this is just for me. So I'm assuming if you're a family or whatnot, you've got a lot more than I have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? So why did I mention the 80-20 rule? And why am I mentioning all this stuff? Well, what I'm talking about here is that if I can get into the top 20% of sales guys in my field, I'm making 80% of the money, or I got my chance to make 80% of the money. So what does that mean? It means that I need to start using my time wisely. Perfect example, I got this side hustle, YouTube. I'm not making any money for a couple of years, but this is a perfect example, right? I'm in the fitness, nutrition field. I'm doing a bit of money, which has got to do with food, but it kind of ties into it. But I'm in the nutrition fitness field. And let's just say there's 100 YouTubers. Well, 20 of those YouTubers are making 80% of the money, okay? So if I'm not in the top 20% of YouTubers, I'm just here fighting for 20% of the money because I'm one of the 80% fighting for 20% of the money. I want to be one of the 20% who's got the 80% of the money, you know what I'm saying? So that just shows you, people talk about side hustles. Oh, you got to have a side gig. It's like, yeah, you should have a side gig because you want to have backup skills. But in reality, I'm not making any money. Like I won't be making money for years off this because I'm not going to be in that 20%. I'm not going to be a part of the group that's really making the majority of the cashola, know what I mean? So I'm just doing this because I like my own voice, and I like I like my own voice. I like speaking in bars, and I like getting in front of the camera. So that's why I'm doing it. But in all seriousness, I laugh at people who go to restaurants and shit. Like I'll see the girls and they're like, I'm going to this restaurant. I'm like, you're a loser. Like, why would you go out to a restaurant and spend your money? But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I also realize there's billions and gazillions of people who are a gazillion times more efficient in their jobs than I am. And what does that mean? It means that if I don't go and do my shopping on the weekend, okay, let's check it out. If I don't go and do my shopping on the weekend, right, but every morning I go, drive through 7-Eleven, get my $7 sandwich, right, at 7-Eleven, and a coffee for $1 or whatever it is, right? Then at lunchtime, I speak to Uber Eats, or I speak to a personal assistant. I say, every lunch, order me Subway and get it Uber Eats. You can organize this stuff. So I stay in my office, which is unhealthy. You got to go out there and do a walk or something. But I stay in my office, or I'm more efficient. Then afternoon snack, maybe it's a coffee, whatever it is. Dinner, it's takeaway, it's Uber Eats. Now, I might be spending $40 a day on food. I might be spending $300 a week on food. As a single person, as a family, it might even be more, $500. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I just said before, didn't I? That time is way more valuable than money. Okay? So what I'm doing here is I'm going to be spending my time investing in myself. Because if I'm not, let's go through an example. Let's just say there's 100 sales guys And I'm not in the top 20%. I'm one of the 80 guys fighting for 20% of the money. I'm not one of the 20% guys who's got 80% of the money. What does that mean? It means that if I don't get my sales skills up, I'm fighting over 20% of the money because I'm one of those 80% guys. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that. I want to be in the top 20% so I can get my 80% of money. So what does that mean? I need to start investing my time in myself to get better at my job. Okay? Because otherwise I'm going to be fighting for only 20% of the revenue. If I cut down my time on cooking and all this stuff and I eat takeaways, not takeaways, but you can still get healthy food, Subways and whatnot. Like you can get healthy food for kind of quick, takeaway food, curries and whatnot, rice, curry and whatnot. But instead of spending my Sundays cleaning the car and doing all this stuff, I pay someone to clean the car. I pay someone to clean the house. I get this loaded time off me and I invest that time, which I'm never going to get back, into myself. And instead of spending my Sundays cleaning the house for 8 hours and cooking for 10 hours, I take that 10 hours and I put it back in myself. And I pay someone $250, okay, to clean the house. Now, comment below if your parents or whoever, they're from that old school generation, do it yourself, do it yourself. My family's like that. Don't you, you better clean your car, Guess what? Cleaning your car might take an hour and a half. Okay, cleaning your car might take an hour and a half. Cleaning the house might take 3 hours. That's 5 hours. 5 hours a week, studying X amount for your profession, that might put you in the top 20%. It puts you in the top 20%, you start earning 80% of the money. So how to save money on food, part 3 is really just about getting that understanding that if I start using my time wisely, which is a hell of a lot easier said than done, but if I start using my time more wisely and start investing in myself, and even though I don't like going out for dinners and spending my cashola on restaurants because I believe that it's a whole, it goes against my philosophy, but in reality, I'm changing my philosophy to say, hey, you know what? If I can do this and this and this and get my money up and spend $300 a week on food, sounds like a lot, okay? But if I'm spending 5 hours more becoming a sales expert, in 3 years' time, I'm going to be in the top 20%. And that $300 a week that I was spending, which is 20 grand a year on food, it sounds like a lot of money. But if I'm in the top 20% of sales guys in my field, I'm getting an extra 50K a year. So, hey, you know what I mean? And that's the idea. And that's really the idea. Easier said than done. Not many people, there's only a handful of us, not me. I spend my Sundays watching Netflix, But you get what I'm saying. Like, that's the idea. How to save money, part 3. 80-20 rule. Type it in, Google. I want to know your thoughts. Comment below if you're a small business, if you're this, if you're that. And if do you do everything yourself? Are you one of those old school guys who's like, fuck it, I'm going to cook all my meals and da-da-da-da-da, but you spend all your time doing it? Maybe we've got to start paying other people. Pay someone to wash your car. And fuck, you might save an hour. You take that hour you're going to spend washing the car and you invest in yourself. Bam. Maybe the money goes up. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Hit me up. Hit me up with what your thoughts are on the 80-20 rule. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button, the bottom right hand side of your screen. Show some love. Massive big ups to all the people supporting this channel already. We're nearly at 200 subs. There's going to be a couple of promos coming out soon as well for it. So free protein powder from Black Belt Protein. Shout outs to those guys.